Alrighty, what is good? How to make a YouTube video that actually makes you money. Over here are my clients, Scott, Michael, JJ, and all of them have made a shit ton of money from the first YouTube video that we've done for them. And this video is going to be about exactly that, right? How I made all three of these guys here a shit ton of money. And more importantly, how you can do the same with not your fifth, not your sixth, not your seventh, but your first YouTube video. Because everyone who's ever told you YouTube takes 2 years to work is half right, okay? Consistency, yes, does take 2 years. Commitment does take 2 years. But your first video, guess what? Your first video can make you money this week. As you guys can see here, bunch of client results. We've absolutely crushed it for our clients. This one over here, actually, 6.5K close from one YouTube video for one of my clients. This was Cayenne. He runs a trading offer. That was the first video we did for him. So yeah, your first video can make you money this week if done right. But I'm not going to lie though, most people's first videos don't, because most people's first videos are random, right? There's no strategy, there's no sequential thinking. They basically just post an idea they had in the shower and filmed on a Saturday, right? It's just like completely random. But, you know, when the first video you make has a job, when it's built on research, when it speaks to a specific person with a specific problem and answers exactly the right question at exactly the right time, that's when it becomes a sales asset, right? That's when it's become something that actually makes you money. Now, what I want to do is I want to show you three of my clients. Here we have Michael over here. He's in TikTok shop. JJ, high ticket sales, Scott Kelly, growth operating. They're all in different niches. They all have different offers. And when they came to me, they were all actually at different starting points, right? And what I'm going to show you in this video is the exact strategic thinking behind each one, why it worked, and what you can take from this and apply to your own channel. Because here's what makes this different from every other case study breakdown video you've seen, right? I'm not going to scroll through this document and just tell you the numbers, you know, tell you just how much money we've made our clients, but instead I'm going to show you the system that produced the numbers, right? And I'm going to show you how you can implement it for yourself, because this is literally three different clients in completely different spaces with like the same methodology, like my methods applied. And they all got like similar results. Michael, in total, like our first two videos, he's made mid 5 figures. JJ, our first two videos, he did 50K. Actually, I was on the phone with him today. Just last month, he did 160K just off of YouTube, our first month working together, but that's a whole different video. And then Scott, our first two videos, he did, whatchamacallit, he did 20K. And then first 3 to 4, yeah, our first full month working together, he did just shy of 40. So yeah, let's fucking get into it. It's going to be a banger video. But, you know, first things first, before I get into the clients, what is the thing that most people get wrong before they post a single video? You know, I need to establish this, because if you don't understand, like, nothing in this video is going to make sense. And the main issue is most people approach their first video like this. They think, what should I post? They get a random idea that they think is good, not that they know is good. And then they film it, they post it, and they wait. You know, they think about what to say. They think about what's trending. They think about what looks good. And then they film it and post it and wonder why nothing happened. And as you guys can see here, I put a lot of emphasis on the word think. And the reason because of that is, like, there's no research, there's no strategy, right? No one is thinking, they're not thinking who is watching this and what question does it answer, right? And if you actually want to make videos that, you know, not only get views, but more importantly, make you money, you know, every video you need to make starts with a specific question. Who is watching this and what question does it answer? Every video I make for a client starts with that question, right? Not what do we want to say? What does our ICP need to hear right now at this stage of their journey to move them one step closer to booking a call? And trust me, if there's one thing you can take away from this video, it is to ask yourself this question before you make a single video, because just that alone will help you be a lot more strategic, a lot more intentional with your ideation, and it'll make you a shit ton of more money too. So anyway, going back, what you guys also need to understand is that YouTube just isn't a content platform, right? Especially if you're selling an info product. We don't want to be the next Mr. Beast. We want to put out valuable content that makes us money. And to do that, we can't treat YouTube like, you know, just a content platform and maximize on views and do whatever we think will do good. We need to treat it as a sales funnel, right? Every video has a job. And if you don't give your video a job before you make it, it's going to sit there and it's going to do nothing for you. You're going to waste so much time. You're going to think YouTube doesn't work for you. You're going to stop posting. And then, you know, your competitor is going to fly past you because they have a system. Now, all of this sounds cool in theory. It sounds like a cool idea, but let me show you what this actually looks like in practice, right? So first off, we're going to go through the results I got for Michael because these are absolutely fucking insane. If we go over here to Michael's channel, and also I want to show you guys that I am not bullshitting, by the way. If you scroll down here, here are all the channels I have access to. And, if I can find this and stop being slow, there we go. There I am in Michael's channel. But yeah, if we go here, whatchamacallit, you can see this is when Michael was doing like all of the videos by himself. They were averaging like 500 views, 400 to 500 views. And then you can see this is when I came in. Just to preface, this was a while ago. We stopped with Michael, but we're actually starting back up again. It's going to be an absolute generational run. But you can see when I came in, immediate change and immediate improvement, right? Yeah, 400 views, literally, sorry, wrong tab. Like 500, 400 views. Literally, it's a 5K, his first video with me, right? And 3 videos. We literally posted 3 videos, and they're still booking calls to this day. Michael's in the TikTok shop space. When he came to me, his channel was dead. And it's not even like the videos themselves were bad, right? The actual content in them were valuable. There was just like no strategic thinking behind them, right? He's not a bad person either. He is quite good on camera. There was just no strategy, no sequential thinking, no reason for any individual video to exist beyond the fact that he just wanted to post something, right? And here's what happened when we changed that. As you can see, video 1, 5K views, video 2, 12K views, and then video 3, it's actually, is it at 20K? Might need to update. Okay, still 19K views, same thing, right? 3 consecutive videos, each one bigger than Lost. Not a spike, actually, a trajectory. You can see we just went up, 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 that LARP song, up, up, up. But yeah, and the reason because of this is because every video was built to answer the next logical question in the viewer's journey, right? YouTube promoted them together, and I want to show you guys this. I want to show you guys what I actually mean by this. So when we came in, we decided, yo, let's do a fresh reset, let's do a fresh start. So easy, how to make money with TikTok Shop. Bang, someone knows how to make money with TikTok Shop. They know what TikTok Shop is, and they know that this is something that is actually a good business model. Then okay, the biggest barrier to getting into, because we need to really, like, when we're analyzing this and also when we're making YouTube videos, we need to think about, we need to really put ourselves in our ICP's shoes, right? So after watching this, they searched up TikTok Shop, and then they realized, oh fuck, I need 5,000 followers to start. How on earth am I going to get 5,000 followers? Bang, we show them how to get 5,000 followers in 7 days so they can start with TikTok Shop. And then, as you guys can see, 12K views. That did really, really well. And then with this, actually, we tried something a bit different. So we saw obviously that this video was working, that it was doing really well. And then we also looked at the market on YouTube, and we saw like there were a lot of TikTok Shop guides, but there weren't that much about AI TikTok Shop content specifically. And, that's something that Michael actually teaches in his program and has a really, really good track record of doing. So I decided, fuck it, let's make an AI TikTok Shop guide. And as you guys can see here, this like absolutely fucking blew up. But the main point that I want you guys to take away from this is you always want to put yourself in like the viewer's shoes and think about like, what are their questions after watching this? Like, what type of journey do we want to take them on? Okay, we show them how to start TikTok Shop. We show them that they can make money with it. But, they're probably wondering, how do I start? I don't have an account with 5K followers. Boom, we show them that. And then another thing too as well is they might have the objection that, they're not good on camera. They don't want to show themselves. And boom, we went ahead and showed that you can actually fucking do AI content on TikTok Shop, right? We dispelled the objections and we took them on a journey. And all of these videos are videos that they can binge and order. So if we go back to the Miro, like I said here, the algorithm sees people watching one and immediately clicking the next. It sees binge behavior and it rewards it, right? YouTube optimizes for watch time share. If they see that someone watches more videos of yours after watching one, instead of just clicking off the platform, like they're going to go ahead and push your video more. And that's exactly what we optimize with every single client. And also, these videos didn't just get views, guys. That's the main thing I want to emphasize. We do not care about views. We care about money. And Michael made from just these 3 mid 5 figures. I haven't done the exact tracking yet. Honestly, I should have. These videos made money and they still book us calls to this day, right? Here's the part that matters the most. They still get views today, and Michael is still booking calls from content we made months ago. That is digital real estate, right? With YouTube, it's very different compared to Instagram. Like, the lifeline of a YouTube video is literally forever. You build it once, it works for you forever. The video you post today could be the one that signs you a client literally 18 months from now. Like, if you're not on YouTube and you sell an info product, you're gonna get blown past. But anyway, and this isn't theory. This is what's happening for Michael right now, as you guys can see. Here's all the analytics from YouTube Studio. The videos are still getting views. This one 200 views in the last 48 hours. This one 100 in I took all of these screenshots today, by the way. 100 views in the last 48 hours. 36 views in the last 48 hours. And that might not seem like much, but what you have to realize with YouTube is that all of these viewers, all of the people watching are very, very high intent. They know they have a problem. They're actively looking for the solution, and they're using your video as the vehicle to get them to said solution. So they're very warm leads. So if you think about this, let's be conservative. Let's use the AI one as an example. 145 views in the last 48 hours. Just to be conservative, let's say 10% are actually qualified and can close. That's in literally the last 2 days. What, 14, sorry, I was never good at math. I dropped out of high school, but what, 14, 15 people that you can close. Pretty fucking insane, right? And that's being very, very conservative. But anyway, yeah. So, phase 3, JJ. This one is absolutely fucking insane because I haven't, today we were on the phone and I asked him like, yo, how did we do off of YouTube? And actually, no, I just asked him how he did in April, and he's done well over 100K. I asked like, yo, how much of it came from YouTube? And he was like, everything. Because that's where we get most of our traffic. So yeah, another video I'll make another video like breaking that down because it's absolutely insane. This is our first month working together, by the way. But yeah, just that was just a preface. And to go back, our first video was JJ, 12K views. All in total, we did about, at the time when I scripted this, we had, yeah, 3 videos up. He got 60 plus leads from it. And then from the first 2 videos, when I did check, just shy of 50K. Yeah, he's in high ticket sales. When he came to me, actually, he hadn't posted in 3 months. It was pretty much a dead channel. Let me show you guys. If we go here. So yeah, before me, as you guys can see, last post 3-4 months ago. Last one before that, 9 months ago, like was literally not posting. And then bang, this is when I came in, and you guys can just see over here just like how much it has improved. So anyway, let's preface. I know I've kind of jumped the gun a bit, but JJ guys, like, his channel was pretty much dead. And what most people would do in his situation is, they just post something safe, they'd warm up the algorithm, they'd maybe ease back in, maybe do like a few simple videos. But that's the wrong move. Like, when you've been silent for 3 months and you come back, and this was all intentional, by the way, guys, like, you don't ease in. You come back with something that makes people stop and pay attention. You come back with something that has a reason to exist. Like, we needed to make a really, really good comeback video. And that's exactly what we did. JJ had a story. He has a very, very compelling journey. He's worked with Alex Hormozi. He's worked with Iman Gadzhi. He wasn't just some fucking retard setter who got hired for a month. He was their actual like sales manager for a very long time and got them insane results. And he hadn't really put that out there before, right? And, he came to me, like, the podcast wasn't planned. It was just something he did. And he's like, yo, Raf, should we post this? And I was like, fuck yeah, bro, let's do it. Because when I looked at the market, his competitors, like, the content already out there in his space, like, there was a very obvious gap. Everyone was posting tactics, everyone was posting how to handle objections, but no one was telling their story. No one was showing, like, can I actually, like, who am I, and you can actually trust me. And we decided to fill that gap, right? And you might think like, yo, I really shouldn't do a story video, but these are actually like, they're really good videos to make. And why is because your story is your top of the funnel content. It's the video that answers actually the very first question your ICP has, which is, can I even trust this person, right? Like, sure, they might give value, but who are they? Are they trustworthy? Are they credible? Have they actually done what they're saying? Before someone buys from you, they need to believe for you. People buy from people, and they buy from people who they like. And, the story video is what builds that belief. We made it, hit 12K views, first post in 3 months, absolutely fucking insane, as you guys can see here. And then, a few more results, right? After that, we posted this testimonial video, and this video actually, JJ made 15K from it. One lead saw it, they booked a call and they closed for 15K, B2B deal. And then this one, the 1v10 video, absolutely fucking ripped. Within the first, I have it here on the Miro board. Where is it? No, I don't. It's somewhere on my Instagram. But within the first, this was the first day, he booked 5 calls off of that. And then on Saturday, I remember we were on the phone. He told me he booked another 5, and on the phone, while we were on the phone, another one came in. So like 11 calls within that. This was 2 weeks ago, by the way. updated video coming soon, but 11 calls within the first, whatchamacallit, first 48 hours. Not bad, not too bad at all. It's probably booked us a lot more too. And then moving on, this one I absolutely fucking love. Scott, 3 videos, 50K. I actually have, on my own YouTube channel, if you guys want to dive a bit deeper into this, because it's a really, really good story. Yeah, I have a client interview with Scott where we go over everything in detail, but yeah, 3 videos, 50K, and a close rate that shouldn't have been possible. Scott is in growth operating, and his situation was different again. He'd been posting on YouTube actually for almost 2 years before coming to us. He wasn't someone who had 0 views. He had, honestly, like decent numbers, but he didn't have a system. There was no strategy behind his videos. Every video was half-assed because, you know, in his words, he just didn't have the time to do it properly. And when we started with him, we posted 3 videos over the span of the month, and we did just shy of 50K directly attributed from YouTube, around 40 sales calls booked, very, very high show rate. But here's the thing I actually want you guys to pay attention to, because this is the part that tells you, like, this is why you need to be on YouTube, right? This is the part that's going to tell you about the quality of YouTube leads versus every other platform. Scott said this word for word verbatim in our client interview. Again, I'd really recommend watching that. But he said when he gets an objection, like from YouTube leads, it feels weird. And, you know, I'll let Scott's own words explain this. He told me when someone doesn't close from YouTube, most of the time from the calls he took, it was just always because they don't have the money. That's it. And then on one call, when he actually got a real objection, someone pushing back, someone not immediately ready to buy, he said it felt strange. Like something's wrong, just because like all the other leads we were getting him from YouTube, like they were just so warm, bro. It's crazy. Like this is what a pre-sold lead looks like. These are like the leads Scott was getting from the YouTube videos. You know, someone who found you through your content, they consumed your value, they understood your expertise, and they showed up to the call having already made a decision. Like if you post content, you will get leads where it's so much easier because they already know, like, and trust you because they've already they've consumed so much of your content. They're not cold, right? And then your job on that call isn't to convince them. It's literally an order taking call. You just need to confirm the fit. And you know, he also told me he got around 40 sales calls from just those 3 videos, and his close rate was so high that getting a genuine objection genuinely confused it. So yeah, lock in with me. I'll piff you, book a call, first thing in the description, I'll piff you, and then I'll make you a shit ton of money, just like we did for Scott. But anyway, as you guys can see here, these videos also didn't get the most views in the world. I mean, it's only like 1,000 views. People have gotten more, but the more important thing is like they made us a shit ton of money. And also, Scott didn't just crush from B2C. He has 11 share rev share clients right now. B2B clients who he told me watched those same YouTube videos, understood his model, and wanted him running their offer. YouTube worked for both audiences simultaneously, the mass market coaching side and the high level B2B side, from the exact same content. And that's also why I keep saying, go watch that client interview, because he literally said one of the reasons why our videos have been able to do so well is just because of how like intentional and in-depth I was with the scripts I gave him. It wasn't just fucking copy paste of what I saw was working well in the market. We took what was working, we made it super, super unique to him because our onboarding process is very, very in detail. And yeah, that's why they ripped, and that's why it also worked for not only B2C, but B2B too as well. And then, you know, one more thing on Scott specifically, he was doing talking head before us and vlogs too. Like they look professional, they look clean, but they weren't converting. And when we came on, I looked at his market and I saw that, you know, the Miro board format, like I'm doing right now in this video, was outperforming talking head by a significant margin across his competitors. And, you know, we switched to that immediately and we saw the returns. But anyway, yeah, one more thing to mention is just that, like, you know, format is not about what you're comfortable with. Format is about what works for your audience. So test it, find what converts, double down, and that is literally it. Now, phase 5, the actual framework, what these 3 have in common and how you can apply this to, you know, yourself and make a shit ton of money. So 3 clients, 1 in TikTok shop, 1 in high ticket sales, 1 in growth operating, 3 completely different starting points, 400 views a video, dead channel, 2 years of half-ass posting, but they all got similar results and they all made a shit ton of money from just their first few videos with us. And I'm going to tell you why. So step 1, when you're making a video, you like really want to understand your ICP's journey before you write a single word, okay? What question does your viewer have at the very beginning of the relationship with you? What do they need to believe before they'll consider buying? That's your first video. You can pull so many video ideas just from asking yourself those 2 questions and not making random videos you thought of in the shower. You know, it's not the most interesting video, not the most tactical one, but it's the foundational one that builds trust, right? You know, with Michael, the question I asked is like, who is this person and why should I listen to them about TikTok shop, right? With JJ, it's like, can I trust this guy? Has he actually done this in high ticket sales? Is he actually like, who is he? With Scott, is like, what exactly is growth operating? Can it actually make me money? Every first video answers the same fundamental question in a different way. And that's where you need to start. Step 2, very, very important. Give every video a job in the funnel. Top of the funnel content brings people in. Those are your story videos. Those are your broad how-tos. For example, if you're an e-com, how to start dropshipping in 2026, how to make ads for your dropshipping store. Middle of funnel builds authority and dismantles objections. Again, going back to the dropshipping example, that's like where you go a bit deeper and give a bit more value. So like why your ads aren't converting and how to make them start converting. That's a really, really good one. Basically with middle of the funnel, you wanna educate them on why their current approach isn't working and show them how yours is better, because that's how you become the authority in, in their head. But I'll make another video on that eventually. And then, bottom of funnel just closes out the job. Client interviews, case study breakdowns like this one, proof, showing them that, showing your viewer that someone just like them who did it. Or sorry, I don't know why the fuck I said that, but bottom of funnel is basically just showing your viewer that, someone who was in the exact same position that they are in right now got to their desired end result, ding, 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 through working with you. So yeah, case study breakdowns, client interviews. The mistake I see, honestly, is like people just make random top of funnel content for years and like they wonder why they never convert. Like niggas be posting vlogs for like 3 years, get a horrible audience who are just there for the lifestyle, and when they launch info, they're like, oh wow, all my leads unqualified. It's because your content sucked, right? Like you need all 3 layers, and you need to know which layer you're building before you ever open a script, right? And then step 3, let the market tell you what to make. Don't pull ideas out of your ass. Like read, actually, like this is high level sauce. You should read the comments not only on your YouTube videos, but your competitors too, because there's probably like questions there that they're asking. And if they're asking like, yo, make a specific video on XYZ, that means it probably hasn't been covered that much in the market. So that's a gap that you can fill. Listen to what your prospects ask on sales calls. If you keep getting an objection in calls, you should make a YouTube video about it that dismantles that. Find the topic your ICP is searching for that nobody has covered well yet and own it, right? This is something we did with another one of my clients, Gronk Garcia. Let me go ahead and show you guys. Banger fucking, yeah, it's got more views than I thought. It was on 1K. 2.5x outlier. It was a bit more actually. Our channel average has gone up now because we've been cooking. But I made this video idea. I was looking at the market. I saw that no one is, and I was really thinking about our ICP too. I was thinking, what questions do they have? What do they need to know that they haven't been educated on? And then I saw, and like what hasn't been covered. And I saw like no one was really making good videos on how to do an actual like growth operating launch. So I thought, what, fuck it. And then I made it a bit more unique. I made it a bit more interesting, showing like how to do it with AI. And then I said, yo, let's run it. And it absolutely ripped, right? So find those topics and then own it. That's how JJ's 500 view client interview closed a 15K B2B deal. That's how Michael's third video hit 20K views. The market told us what to make. We just made it better than anyone else had. And how do we do that? We made it unique to us and we didn't half-ass the fucking script. So yeah. And then step 4, format follows market. Test, look at what's working in your space, double down on what converts. Never choose a format because it's comfortable, choose it because it works. And then, eventually keep on iterating on it until it's your own format that you pioneered. And then, you're going to be an authority. And then step 5, very, very important, think in sequences, not videos. This is the one most people miss. Like Michael's view trajectory, 5K, 12K, 20K, it didn't happen because each video was just independently good, right? It happened because each video made the viewer want to watch the next one. Like they built upon each other, like I explained earlier. YouTube promotes binge-worthy content, and that's exactly what we engineer. Every video you make should make the viewer's next logical question obvious, and then your next video should answer it. Bang, 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 just like that. And then they book a call, and then they work with you. All of these results, they're a byproduct of the system, my system, right? Michael didn't get a 20K view video by accident. JJ didn't close 50K from 2 videos by luck. Scott didn't book 50 sales calls from 3 videos because he got fortunate. Every decision was deliberate. Everything was intentional. Every video had a specific job and was well thought of. And, when your videos have jobs, they go to work for you the moment they go live, and they keep working for you long after you've forgotten you've posted them. So yeah, that's a fucking bar. Digital real estate. That's what you're building, and it compounds every single time you post. So CLDR, hire me to do your YouTube. I'll make you a shit ton of money. But anyway, yeah, there we go. 3 clients, 3 different niches, 3 completely different starting points, 1 mythology, 1 system, and it fucking worked. Michael went from 400 views to 20K in 3 videos. He's still booking calls from those videos to this day. It's been 6 months. Absolutely fucking insane. JJ generated just shy of 50K from his first 2 videos back. In total, like I said earlier, 150K just off of YouTube in paper. 4 videos total we ended up posting. Again, absolutely fucking insane. And then Scott did the same, just, yeah, around 40K from 3 videos in a month, but the close rate so high that getting a real objection on that call felt like something had gone wrong. Like, it was just so weird because the leads you were getting was so warm. And, you know, that's what strategic content does, not viral content, not trendy content with a job, right? So if you want to understand the full system behind this, not just the what, but the exact how, step by step, I'm building actually, it's going to be a really, really good video, a full free course on building a YouTube strategy that actually makes you money. I know I said that's the next video here, but I'm lying. I want to put a lot more time into this and give you guys a shit ton of more value, but it will drop this month in May. So subscribe so you don't miss it. And, you know, if you want us to do this for your channel, help you with your strategy, do all of your scripts, do all of your Myros, you know, the editing, thumbnails, titles, all of that good stuff done for you, where all you have to do is film and we make you a shit ton of money. That is the first link in the description. Book a call. I'll pay for your ass and I'll make you a shit ton more money. And, you know, let's see if it's a fit and let's rip. Appreciate you guys. See ya.